Hi guys, it's Karis, and I am going to be reading a passage from the novel Unconditional, a story of fatherhood, lost love, and lifelong friendship by Stephen Cogan. It's a father-daughter story, and this passage is from the perspective of the daughter character Allie when she's 14. Allie, now 14, sat in her room looking through her camera file folder of sunsets, sunrises, butterflies, birds, flowers, and fauna. Her room was neat and tidy, although decorated minimally. She kept the light purple scheme, liking it was her father's choice. Her shelves had plenty of books, mostly nonfiction ones about places in the world, animals, and historical figures that she found inspiring, like Harriet Tubman, Amelia Earhart, and Gandhi. And on her top shelf sat the two urns, the ashes of her real mother and father. Her dad told her they could put the urns anywhere else if she wanted, but having them in her room was meaningful. She never knew them, but she was on Earth because of them. She didn't actually think about the urns all that much anymore, as they'd become a part of her room for so long. Her favorite possession was her Sony A73 camera, which currently sat on a tripod in the corner. Photography was everything to her. She loved capturing images and challenging herself to frame them in unique ways. Like her father, nature shots were her favorite. But she also liked architecture and would take shots of buildings all over the town, including her school. Photography never bored her. Her father knocked on her half-open door. "Let's eat out tonight," he said. "I'm feeling cooped up." "Do we have to?" Allie asked, staying focused on the photos. "We're low on food." "We have Pop-Tarts." "You don't even like the frosted cherry ones," he said as he sat on her bed. "And I'm beholden to make sure you get a certain amount of riboflavin in every meal. We can order in. I'll get the riboflavin special." "Come on, Al. Being amongst other humans is necessary at times. It's healthy. I'm amongst humans all days at school," she said, "and a lot of them suck." She was a freshman in high school, and it was a big adjustment from her smaller middle school. There were more cliques and halls, and cafeterias were rowdier, and more intimidating. And she acutely felt how much younger she looked than everyone else. "Teenagers aren't humans," he joked. "They're pinballing hormones stuffed inside meat suits." "I'm a teenager," she said, chuckling slightly. He made pinball sounds and motioned the ball bouncing around. "Fine, but when you're older and want me to feed you pudding, I'm going to remember you called me a hormonal meat suit. Just remember to do the sound effects." He laughed, making the pinball sounds again, which made her shake her head and chuckle again. She went to the floor-length mirror and looked over herself, wondering how much taller than her 4'9" height she would grow. She was the shortest among her peers, and she thought about it way too much. Taking a comb to her light brown hair to try and make it less frizzy ended in frustration, as it usually did. She hated the frizz. But it wasn't that long ago that she never really thought about it. It was only when a former friend of hers from middle school, Stephanie, walked by while she was at her locker and said, "Ever heard of conditioner?" And as she walked off, she said, laughing, "Got a head full of frizz." It always been to a shock to Allie, even going back to elementary school, that others could be so easily judgmental, and then cruel about it. "I'll be in the car, Al," her dad yelled from downstairs. Allie shook her head at herself in the mirror, grabbed her purse, and headed out. Bye.